Cloud, and then when
no, I'll go live when I start the. Hey, how are you? Can you see us? We can't hear you. Should I stop recording? Okay,
and go
so
ahead and live
I'm going
stream.
live. Hello, everybody. Well, good afternoon, I should say. We are very happy on this Spotlight on Puerto Rico to welcome soprano, Puerto Rican soprano, Yaritza Zayas. Is joining us from San Juan, right? Yeah?
Yes.
You can, yeah. You gotta be talking. So, um, Yaritza is, I think, in my opinion, a young artist icon in San Juan. she, she's in everything. She creates things right and left. She has an inexhaustible appetite for art, to make art, and inexhaustible ideas and projects. I just found out that you just had a new thing going with a recording, and I actually have your what is it? I have your let me share website thing to share here. uh, share screen. Yes. Okay. Just give me a minute. Uh-huh. Why isn't it doing it? Screen one, share. Okay. For those interested, is it coming up?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Yaritza's website. And you will find a lot of wonderful information about her art, about her philosophy, her perspective, and the way that she and her wonderful colleagues and promote the arts in Puerto Rico and find very innovative, very creative ways to inspire people, even amidst the pandemic. Yeah, even amidst the pandemic. So I will stop sharing that now. It will go on the chat, so I will put that website thing in the chat. And we can get started with our little conversation. So,
Yay.
Yaritza, welcome. And uh, my first question would be exactly that. How have you dealt with the pandemic?
Oh,
Well,
wow,
first,
that's a great
first a
question.
hurricane, this, and then a pandemic. I mean, it hasn't stopped, but
No, it
right?
hasn't.
Yeah.
I moved back to Puerto Rico in 2015. And soon after that, everything has just become an apocalyptic event. So it's been fun. Uh, so yes, during the pandemic, at the beginning, everything stopped. Everything came to a halt. No one knew what was going to happen, what we were going to do. Like, we're not in the theater anymore. We're not in the places where we usually make music. So there was like a brief time where I paused and I just reflected. I hope that's the word. So I use the time as a reflection to think and to actually ask myself what we're going to do, what I wanted to do, what can I do? I think that was most the question. So I guess as me for being a singer and a creative person, the art was the main motive. So I think the 27th of March, we were already up at Akoki. We were doing a concert, a live streaming concert, March 27, I remember. So it was like pretty soon after the pandemic just started, we started making online concerts. So everything that I've been doing, I've just tried to like just not stop making art, just keep making it, but find new venues to like reach the people and take it out of like my mind and place and stuff. So I think that it was good because thanks to the internet and everything we have, it's not just something that people can enjoy here in Puerto Rico, it's something that can be like exported and people can enjoy it now internationally and out of here. So I think that is like some of the things that I've been doing since the pandemic
Can you
started.
tell us a little more about Opera Koki and
Sure.
about, yeah.
Okay, so Opera Cookie is this project that I came upon with soon after I moved back to Puerto Rico. I saw that yes, they have two opera companies here in the island, but even though there are not many opportunities for the singers here. So when you study here, it's mostly study, so you can go out of the island and find work, because here you won't be able to. So that was something that was bothering me, because I love my island, I love my country, my place. This is my home. So I came back here, and it happened to me. It happened, that void where I was doing nothing, because there were no auditions, no nothing, unless you were like the people that they call all the time to sing. So I decided to just hire myself. And I started talking to my other colleagues and musician friends and singers, and we just I started Opera Coquille, and they all received me with open arms, and we've been singing everywhere from bars, schools, everywhere they ask us to go, we go. We've been focusing all this year just doing online concerts, and now we do music videos and stuff like that. So it's been really good. Opera Coquille, we're here, we're mixing everything classical with popular elements, so we can make reach people and bring them in, the audiences in, because sometimes people get scared because, oh, this is classical, we don't want this, this is boring and stuff like that. So we just try to change the venues and change what we do, so we can actually bring the same stuff but with a different twist and stuff like that, to make it more relevant for this generation, I guess.
That is very interesting to me, and I know you've been very, very busy with all that pre-COVID, and I was watching you, was following you, how you were trying to kind of keep it going, as you said, with online, with videos. And that brings me to your newest project, which is what? It's a CD? Is it a video? A video?
It's an EP. I made an EP. Yes, it's an EP. It's a collection of 5 songs that I wrote at the beginning of this pandemic that we're going through. I reflected and I wrote songs, which was something that I upon thinking, I was like, hey, I started studying music because I wanted to be a songwriter, and I wanted to sing my songs and do all of that. And I was, hey, I have time now, so let me actually do what I wanted to do in the first place. So I wrote I'm always writing songs and singing them. So I wrote these 5 songs, and I decided to make this tiny piece of art about El Encierro is the title, about being closed in a place. So there is like 5 different songs and different genres I mix with classical music, because it's what I have been learning since I've been 8 years old. So there's a lot of classical music, but I mix it with rock and roll, because I love rock, I love bachata, I love boleros, I love pop music, I love everything. So it's just like a cluster of who I am as a human being, as a musician, and just all there. So yes, that's what I've been doing in my personal project that I've been doing in the pandemic. Is just
it seems that your project is as multifaceted as you are. So it's you basically.
Yes.
Presenting yourself. Tell me a little bit about other endeavors around you, colleagues and people that you have collaborated with or worked with to promote the arts and classical music, and make classical music relevant, other than opera coquille in the past, and other people that you know that have similar endeavors, similar projects like yours, and they've been active on the island for, let's say, the last 5 years.
Great. Yes, sure. Well, projects similar to Opera Coquille, musically speaking, musically speaking, I don't know many of them, but I do know that the opera companies, they have been trying to also do online concerts this past year. So there's also been a lot of that. I know that there's some that are trying to going to different places now and reach public. Something that has been going on, which I remembered, the symphonic orchestra has this program now with the tourism company in Puerto Rico, and they are trying to do these cultural vacation things, that you come to Puerto Rico and you enjoy classical music, and we have this symphonic orchestra and all of that. So those things are new. The good thing that happened during the pandemic was that something that was good, I think, it was the symphonic started reaching, like reaching the public also by going online. But and I think that was good because people are scared of going to the theater. And yes, they're scared of that. And I think now that they see that it's not so much different from like a Bad Bunny concert, they can have fun. It's more affordable. So I think they're starting to see that. I would love for more companies to do what we do. I would love to see more and more people going to places and singing. But I think it's something that it's coming along that side. Similar to us, I know there's a lot of companies, theater companies and artists, plastic artists and all of that are doing a lot of what we're doing now in dance companies. I would love to see more of that in music, actually. I would love to see more of the musical scene around and spread throughout the island. Most of it stays in San Juan, which is a big problem that we have here now in the island. So I would love to see more people going to Vega Baja, Manatí, Arecibo, and places that are not, that people don't go.
More outside.
Yes, so it's something that I would love to see happen here. But yes, there's a lot of people that are like doing stuff. We're gonna do a singer, Pedro Arroyo is his name. He works in Germany as an opera singer. He's actually here in Puerto Rico visiting his family, and he wants to do an opera. So we're doing Don Giovanni. He called me to sing in the opera. So he's with another Puerto Ricans and singers, and so there's people doing stuff like that and different. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be in Vega Baja, actually, in the theater in Vega Baja, which is great. We're going to maybe singing Don Giovanni. There is a lot of singers that are coming to sing that from United States. Some live here in the island, and I think stuff like that is happening. It's just that for a while, in academia, people like teach you just have to learn and be good enough to audition and someone to hire you. So this, the opportunity of thinking and creating something, and you being like the impresario and doing and producing is not something that has been taught here in Puerto Rico a lot, but it's something that is happening. And I think in the few years, 5-10 years, I think we will see more of that activity here in the island. So
what I really do admire with your project is that you involve a lot of young artists that get their feet wet, so to say, with your productions. They get experience, they get exposure, they get to perform their repertoire before they have to audition for the big companies, if they so wish to. And in involving and engaging and even discovering that new talent, that and also how you do it, because your projects are multidisciplinary. It's music in the center, but there is arts, there's video, there's graphic arts, there is photography, there is a narrative, there is a plot, a story. So it's a multifaceted artistic production, with music being in its center. It serves that music, but it's there, and that I find to be, for me, it's also kind of the future.
Yes, and I think that's being an opera singer, I think that's what opera teaches us, is this combination of all the art branches making something wonderful. And I think that is what we should do. I'm so sad that I didn't get to hang out, because that's the word that comes to my mind, or share time with more artists from other disciplines, from dancers, actors. I wish there's something that happens more, because it helps so much when you do art to understand all of it. And I think, yes, I think that is the future. You're right.
Yeah. And you should know that the Diaz del Moral Foundation and our programs are going to be in Puerto Rico next year, and we are also joining the force.
and I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad all of this is happening.
The orchestra has been doing, like, those young kids that are joining the orchestra festival, which has been on for a few years now. They have been trying out to do a lot of outreach and other programs, but I think maybe the pandemic has taught us that we really need to be together and we really need to reach out, and we suffocate.
Yes.
Not as only the artists, the audiences, the ones that maybe did not appreciate it that much, but now they know they missed it.
And I think that now they're seeing that it's not just a hobby.
Yeah.
because people think that we do this and we're like artists that no, they see this. I think people now are seeing this as a work and like a job that people study. Like we spend all of our lives studying for this.
Yeah.
Come on, like
It
respect
never
as
stops.
musicians. We deserve that. We have studied so much. We read those papers. We did all the stuff. Like we know. So I think the pandemic has made like a lot of people realize that this is a job that we do, and they need it. It's a job that is
And
needed because people
civilization
without
needs
art
it.
would have just gone crazy. Like, what are you gonna do just in your apartment with no movies, no music, no nothing to listen to? Like,
Yeah.
that is not the life that people want. We want to enjoy nature, enjoy life, enjoy stuff, we enjoy the beauty of it. And we as artists, we capture all of that and we bring it to, like, we give it to people. Look, this is
It's right.
beautiful. I put it here for you. Enjoy it. And that was my
Absolutely.
job. My job was to make something beautiful, to react about what's happening, to make people think, to make people see something, feel something, do something. And it's how we heal
So
the people. It's how we build a better future. It's actually, people need art and we need to teach it to kids and teach it to the masses.
yeah.
Mhm.
Talking about art and beauty. Now I want to ask you
Yes.
your 5 favorite things to do in this amazingly beautiful place that you live in Puerto Rico.
Oh wow. Well, my 5 favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Well,
Around the island, something that is
I'm
really
a
unique about Puerto Rico.
the thing. Well, what is unique about Puerto Rico is that for me is that it's summer all year long. And I love that. I hated the winter so much. I'm so sorry for the people that love winter. I have met a few of those people. I don't know why, but oh my gosh, it's so horrible. So being here and all year long, being able to go to the beach, enjoy. I love the beaches at the south of the island because the Atlantic, it's pretty. We make it pretty because it's Puerto Rico, but no one likes
It's
that.
not.
The Caribbean, it's so good. It's perfect. When you go down to the south of the island, you see the Caribbean beaches. That is beautiful. I love hiking and a junket. I love just walking in the nature and hiking and seeing the rivers and hugging trees and all this stuff.
Me being a beach person too. What's your favorite beach in Puerto Rico?
My favorite beach, oh my gosh, it's difficult. It's not like I have a favorite one, but I have a few ones that I can recommend.
Please.
Yes.
Me too.
So Playa Sucia in Cabo Rojo is just perfect. There's also Culebra in Culebra, which is one of our small islands.
Yeah, I love Culebra. And
Yeah.
Vieques has been developing after the hurricane. I don't know. I went before, but
Yes.
I know that it was a little devastated, but it's coming back now, right?
Yes, Culebra and Vieques are really suffering right now. They have
Yeah.
been trying to recover from all of it. And because, well, government, you know how they
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
They don't care about them a lot. So they're having a lot of troubles right now in Culebra and Vieques with transportation and basic necessities that people cannot access.
Yeah,
And stuff that is like eggs, like $7 for like dozen of eggs and stuff like that.
yeah. I
That
know.
people in Culebra trying to say, I bought the beach in Flamingo. Like, yay, padre.
Ah!
But the beach is beautiful in Culebra. And so, yes, I would say Cabo Rojo and Culebra are my favorite places to go to the beach. But anywhere, I think anywhere is
Can you tell us
Lupito.
a little something about the bioluminescent beach? I've been.
Yes.
My
I've
panelists
only been to
are.
the one in Fajardo. I've never been to the one in Vieques. It's something that I want to do, but I haven't been able to. But the one in Fajardo is beautiful. It's awesome. Okay, so you go to the bioluminescent bay and you kayak because it's like a kayak thing. So it's like a trip. It's cool. You go, you kayak 45 minutes, half an hour. I don't remember. You go to this mangle, which I forgot how to say that in English. I'm so sorry. But mangle is in Spanish, Mangle. And then you can just translate and then find the word in English.
Yeah.
Yes. You go there and you swim through that. Kayak through that, and then you get to this beautiful bay. And you usually do it at night. When I should open this chat to see questions. You usually do it at night, and if there's no moon, it's better. And then you swim and you see this tiny, like these tiny things.
Rays.
Yes, you move your hand in the water. It's like you're
Yeah.
just touching stars. And I don't think they let mangrove. Oh, I learned something
Mangrove,
today.
yes,
Mangrove.
there you
Thank
go.
you, Jessica. I learned something today. Mangroves. So you
Yeah.
yes, you touch this. I don't know if they let you swim now. Did they let you swim in it when you went to it? To
I
visit?
didn't swim. We went only kayaking in the evening,
Kayak.
and we kind of did the hair. We had little children on the boat, so
When I the last time I went, I was like 16 or something like that. So they
Yeah.
let us swim. So
Yeah.
I just jumped right out of that
Yeah.
kayak, and I was just like swimming in stars. It's just beautiful. So if you can do that,
it is a phenomenon. I have to
it's
say, I've
phenomenal. They
never
have it
seen
in
something
the one
like
in La
this before.
Farguera, because of all the tourism and all the stuff. It's not as beautiful as the one in Vieques, and Fajardo is also declining because of all the tourists and all of those expeditions. So now they're trying not to let people swim because the deodorant affects and
Yeah,
kills
it
the
destroys the
beautiful.
the
Yes, so it's
biology,
something that they do not have the. Well, I was lucky enough that I could before.
before.
Yes, and it was a great experience. So that is something great to do in Puerto Rico. But I would say chinchorreo is my favorite thing. So what we call chinchorreo is like we you get in your car, you put so and you go from like this tiny location studio. We have you can do it in Loquillo, around the beach, around the island, and everywhere. There's like this small restaurants where they sell like fried food
Oh,
and drinks, and
and
you
the
like go.
mussels, the fresh mussels.
Yes, it's so good.
In a paper, like a dozen mussels.
So that is my favorite thing. Like you get in the car early in the morning and you start driving and you stop in everywhere and just listen to music, stop everywhere and eat and have fun and enjoy the view. And that's like, actually, that's my favorite thing to do in Puerto Rico. Just get in the car and start driving and eat and buy stuff like fruits, capurrias, and just go
I was
anywhere.
impressed on how much fresh produce and fish there is available and cheap. My goodness, in the U.S. that wouldn't know. Like we wouldn't get it first of all, but and really driving around and meeting the people from the different areas in Puerto Rico. For me, it's fascinating, and we're talking about celebrating the multicultural heritage of a country, of the island. The multicultural heritage of Puerto Rico is impressive.
Yes, it is. It is.
And it's beautiful and it's vibrant and colorful. That's what I got. There's life, even in adversity. There is
Yes.
smile and life, and I kind of a will to have fun, to enjoy no matter what, to
It's
find the good.
that is actually what we have. If the I think that the only thing we have is the will to have joy, to have fun, and I think that's the only thing that we still have. It's just because we live in paradise, and even though we don't have a lot of stuff because, well, history and being who we are, and yeah, I'm not gonna go with history, politics,
Oh
and
yes,
stuff.
it is that. We all know that.
But
Maybe we should have
Gina,
like a
yes,
seminar about it.
yes, that is on a whole nother topic.
For another
Yeah,
time.
even though disgrace has fallen upon us and still fall upon us every day,
Yeah.
we are so lucky that we live in paradise. And we actually do. Puerto Rico is a fertile land. I don't know if that's the word in English.
Yes, yes, it's correct.
Everything you put in it grows. We have that. We're lucky that we can, like, if a hurricane comes, it's okay because the seeds are gonna spread in a few months. We're gonna have leaves again, and we're gonna have fruits to eat next year. So it's cute. I love just going down the street and finding mangoes. It's something that I just, oh, mango, haha. I find it in the floor in the street, and no, it's not broken. I just open and just eat it and keep
I
walking.
remember you brought me mangoes from the trees at the
Yes.
university.
I love just being able to walk. Yes, just being able to walk around and grab fruit and keep walking. I think that is something that should happen everywhere. So we're happy and we're lucky. We help each other. Something that Puerto Ricans are being taught to do because, you know, when you live in an island, insularism, I know that insularismo, like you live in an island, you're like isolated. Isolation is the word in English. Isolation. You're isolated, you know, translating. You're isolated, and you just like, we're all that we have. We're all by yourself here in Puerto Rico. Like there's a problem. The only people that can solve it is us. So we have to see our neighbors and everyone as like our family as, and be kind and and just help is something that we're being like. If you cook for 5, there's like there's enough for a 6th plate. Like there's enough for another one. If someone's hungry, just feed them. If someone needs help, just help them. And I think that is what actually we need to keep teaching our future generation in Puerto Rico and everything. It's something that should be taught everywhere. Because it's a community, exactly. It's a community and we're by ourselves. So we have to help each other because now like people help, but like no one is going to do it. We have to do it. So it's something that, yes, we do here in Puerto Rico, and it helps us because we're always like helping everyone that comes, and we want to make them feel home because we're home.
It's fortitude and it's resilience.
And it's resilience, yes. And we're resilient. And like hurricanes come and go. Like it's been a part of our history. So.
But the history, the culture, the language, the wonderful music, like the folklore idioms too, and the Latin idioms in popular music are just amazing. I mean,
it's amazing, and in classical music, that because it has been brought to classical music, like Puerto Rican classical music, because that's what
classical music. Yes.
Well, we call like the concert hall music, that's been prepared, like composed by Puerto Ricans, especially on the decade of the 50s, that they try to do the musical nationalisms, like they call it here. They brought all of these beautiful elements from the folklore music and folklore, and they put it on the music of concert music, and it's so beautiful. Like you can see it everywhere, and yes, it is. I keep just repeating what you say, but yes, I love it so much. And it's something
that is the whole goal, the whole mission, to bring this classical music to the canon, to the spotlight, and to integrate it in the canon of what we call classical music, concert music, whatever, learned music, whatever you can want.
And it's something that should be done. Like when I was doing my paper for my doctorate, that I focused on Puerto Rican art song. It was that. It was like, why is this music not known around the world? Why it's not sung? Why are people not doing these pieces? There's so many piano pieces that's been wrote here in Puerto Rico by composers like Monserrate Ferrer, Héctor Campos Parsi, Amaury Veray. I can keep saying names.
You will be my database this year.
I'm so proud of my Puerto Rican music. I'm so proud of because folklore music here in Puerto Rico is just not Puerto Rican music. It's something that came from like the Andalusian cadences. Because this, like being a colony since forever. The first we were a colony of Spain, so like we have all that music. Now as a colony of the United States, we have all of the music from the United States. So we have all of these blends, people from Italy, people from everywhere, everywhere. So music, it has been a blend. It's just what we do, and it's beautiful. Like Puerto Rican classical music, it's just magnificent. I just keep coming with names in my mind of composers and pieces and stuff. Yes.
If you feel so inclined, we would like to have a few of those names in our chat, or later you can send them to us.
Sure, I will. Of course, because that is why I went into like studying Puerto Rican art song, because it's beautiful. I came across with so many beautiful music that is not being played, and unfortunately the problem that happens everywhere, like so many music that has not been discovered because it's still just gathering dust at their like relatives' houses and stuff like that. So I think
many lives for that, but it's okay.
But it's okay. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like one day when it gets it resurfaces, it's gonna be perfect. I think it's a great time. I love like these projects and people like wanting to know about Puerto Rican music and Puerto Rican composers is something that I wanted to happen for such a long time, that I'm more than happy to share all the names that I know with all of you. So yes, I really need this music to get out in the world.
Please do. I'll remind you. Please do.
Yes, I will write all.
And since we're talking about music and the beauty of it, for me, I'm one of these people that I like to combine music, a beautiful piece of music, with good food. To be honest with you, I can think some of my recipes with a specific piece of music very often too that I used to listen to. It doesn't have to be classical; it can be anything, from classical to Carmen McRae or blues or whatever. It can be anything. But what is one of your absolute favorite Puerto Rican recipes?
Oh my gosh, yes, mofongo. I can answer this any day.
I remember you told me that.
Mofongo is
Tell us about mofongo. What is mofongo?
Mofongo is a gift that the gods gave to us, and we have been enjoying it from centuries. It's just beautiful. Mofongo, you get the plantain, you get this beautiful green plantain, and you like cut it, you open it, you cut it, you smash it. No, you fry it, you smash it, and then you put stuff in it, like whatever you want. Yes, shrimp, fish, churrasco, meat, whatever, veggies, whatever you want to eat, just put anything on it. And it's just beautiful because it's just like this smashed plantain that is just hugging you from inside.
I have to say that I tried mofongo. My last day in Puerto Rico because Yaritza suggested it, and it was really very,
It's good.
very
It's good.
good, very
Yes.
good. I think mine was with fish.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love rice and beans. You know, rice and beans is a
Of
staple.
course, I like that. It fits.
Rice and beans, anything.
It's the food for the soul.
Yes. So yeah, I will say pasteles. I love pasteles. Pasteles.
Pasteles.
Yes, pasteles.
P-A-S-T-E-L-L-A-S.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna write it here in the chat.
Yeah, right there.
I figure that I can do that.
Yeah.
There I go. Pasteles.
Absolutely.
Yes, and it's like the Mexicans have something similar, tamales.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, but it's not like tamales because we make them with bananas.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but the green bananas, and you like, and it's like a real like slaves in Puerto Rico. It's like a dish that comes from the slaves. They used to take all the meats that the masters gave them, all the things that they're, and they put it inside of the mash and like bananas and stuff like that, and you like, and then they put it, and then you boil it, and you get this beautiful.
Yeah. So real soul food there. Yeah.
It's,
Sure.
but people eat it around Christmas time because it's like a Christmas with arroz con gandules, which is pigeon peas, rice with pigeon peas, arroz con gandules, and they do like this pork thing, and they put it like in the stick and on all that stuff, and they eat pasteles with that. It's like a staple thing. But I love to enjoy them like year round. It's a lot of work. Like pasteles is a work of art because in my family we do it, all of the family together. We have to like just get a day. Not everyone does it, but my grandma loves to do it. So we have to take the day out and like just do the pasteles and close them and like fold and all that stuff. And it's like a work of art. Pasteles is beautiful, and I think it's one of my favorite things to eat here.
And so, how about, now for fun, how about your favorite cocktail?
My favorite cocktail?
I know you have a couple, but I couldn't remember which one.
From Puerto Rico.
Yeah, from Puerto Rico. Exactly.
Something that's legal.
Cocktails.
Because I love my illegal drinks here, like caña and pitorro. Have been made from generations. People put they grab it like they distill it, and then like those are my favorites. But the ones that you can buy at stores like piña colada, it's like a staple. Like piña coladas are awesome. I like
I liked one cocktail that I cannot remember the name of, but it was made with champagne, and it had rose petals in it. And
yes, there's a lot of places now here in Puerto Rico that make like these beautiful and fancy cocktails.
Amazing.
So if you're into that, I would recommend La Factoria in Old 21. Yes. That is one of the places that you go, and they make a lot of cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, everybody start taking notes here.
Yes, but the ones that I like, they're not like staples of Puerto Rico. I will say like whiskey and coconut water will be Puerto Rican thing because coconuts.
Yeah.
So that's not like a cocktail, that's like a drink. But that will be my favorite cocktail if you want to like put a fancy umbrella on it.
You make it into a cocktail, yeah.
Yeah, just make a cocktail. Just get some whiskey, coconut water, and an umbrella.
In my book, anything that is more than one ingredient is a cocktail. So
there we go. I would say my favorite one is whiskey and coconut water.
Yeah, you go. Wonderful, wonderful. And apart from your own wonderful things, what is your latest craze, your latest, most favorite musical creation? A song, a piece of music that you've heard that has become one of your favorite pieces now, and then you would like to, us to know about
like composed in this era?
Composed in this part of the world, yes.
Okay. Wow. I don't know. There's so many great songs, right?
Yeah.
It's so hard for me. It has always been so hard for me to
I'm just trying to start for myself at least, like to start kind of creating a playlist of things and the different idioms that come from the Caribbean and Latin America, and, and kind of sew the tapestry a little bit, and
okay.
how that has influenced classical music, which it has, of course, and it has, even when people have not admitted it, like big
It
composers like Ravel, or in
it
Europe.
has been
That,
happening
yeah,
so much. Like I had an interview last week for my EP thing, and we were
yeah,
talking about how why did I use classical music and all this stuff, because
yeah,
people want to know about my classical music background, because I'm like, oh hey, I'm a pop singer, but yeah, I'm also
yeah,
a classical musician. So people are interested on that side of, and I remember saying this, like the classical music that we call classical music now was popular music in the era.
yeah.
So it's just some, like we
It's that
just been doing it, and now
some
it's like a classic.
inspired, masterful composers took
Yeah.
it to a different level, maybe, and put their own soul and their imagination in it. But it still it stems, like it comes from somewhere, right?
Yes.
There is a root there. There is your culture. That you cannot say something that you don't know.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, yeah,
So yes.
definitely.
Yes. So songs that I can recommend that I like right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
do.
uh, popular. There's
Anything.
this. I heard something the other day that I like. There's this. El laberinto del coco. I'm gonna write it down.
Mm-hmm.
That is the name of the project.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they made it. They made a song the other day. It was like a danza, because like Puerto Rican danza.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna give it to you. But that's the name of the group that did it.
Okay.
It
So
was so.
so your homework is a little
I'm
list
gonna,
of
yes.
Puerto Rican composers and some of your favorite latest pieces that you can,
I
from
was
any
listening to
genre, from any
yeah,
genre.
I was listening to a song today called Grillete from this composer Abraham Dorta. There's a lot of like composers now, like Puerto Rico, like songwriters here that are doing a lot of song, like a lot of music is coming out by songwriters
Mm-hmm.
right now. He released this song last week, if I'm not mistaken, and I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Grillete is the name. I'm gonna write it here right now. His name is Abraham Dorta. And he talks about how the phones and all the algorithms and all the stuff, they're like listening to us constantly,
Yeah, it is,
and our
yeah.
face recognitions and all that, and how is our new grillete. I don't know how to say grillete in English, but it's like this when they put like house arrest, and they put the thing like in your leg that you can.
Oh yeah, the bracelet, the little
The
bracelet
okay,
thing.
so
Yeah.
that is the translate. So that is the new grillete. It's like the
Our
phone.
new
Our
like
new, yes, and like they talk about handcuff. Thank you so much. By the composer, the singer is Abraham Dorta. There it is. And I'm gonna. So yes, there's a lot of stuff happening musically right now, because people have been in their houses, in their places. The name of the song is Danza para Pupa from Laberinto del Coco. I found it. Dance.
Danza para Cuba. Okay.
Yes, I think, which is good because I found it interesting. The Danza para Pupa is from El Laberinto del Coco, just in case. So, not from Abraham Dorta. Okay, so I found that song interesting. So it's just instrumental. It's instrumental music. And I liked it that because even though it was modern and it's new, it resembled like the Puerto Rican danza, because it is a danza.
Yeah.
And I like that
That's
is
their variation.
happening.
Yeah.
Yes, and like people are doing boleros, like especially like my EP, the last song I finished with a bolero, and boleros are like they were like these popular songs in the 30s and 40s in all Latin America. Like people like were crazy for boleros. I love boleros so much.
Yeah.
So people are now going like starting to sing boleros and like trying to write more boleros and all of that, and people are going back to our heritage and translating that into the music. So it's happening both ways. I think people are
Wonderful.
the reflection time, the time like the doing nothing, idle time, doing nothing, gave people time to think and to create something. They're starting to create something that what is one we want to see, what are we lacking, what have we been neglecting, and I think these are the things that are gonna happen now. So.
Yaritza, thank you so very much for being with us today. You gave us the most lively, imaginative. You got us so excited about being in Puerto Rico. So I couldn't have asked for a better spotlight.
Oh,
and
thank you so much.
a better representation of the strength of Puerto Rico,
Thank you, thank you.
of the soul of Puerto Rico. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you next year in Puerto Rico and working with you. Hopefully, I for one would love to work with you. Everybody, this is a very very special artist and very unique representative of the Puerto Rican temperament, soul, and creativity and talent, which is plenty. There is plenty, but there you go. Yaritza Zayas is one. And thank you very much for being with us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for your time, your energy, your ideas, your recipes, your cocktails.
Thank you for all of this. I'm really glad all of this is happening. This is what we need here. We need music, we need art, we need projects, we need movement. And I'm so glad it's happening. So I think I'm so glad to be alive in this time. So I'm thank you, Anatolia, for all of these. Thank the Puerto Rico Pianist Institute Collaborative. I'm not good with names. Thank all of you.
Collaborative piano.
Thank you. Collaborative.
Yeah,
That's the word.
Bye bye.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thanks.